Hello, my loves. This is Tatianna Tarot, hitting you up with another tarot energy forecast of the week for the week of August 7th all the way to Sunday, August 13th. And some of y'all may know that we are approaching a full moon in Aquarius tomorrow. I'm filming this on Sunday, the 6th, but we are approaching the full moon in Aquarius tomorrow, along with a lunar eclipse, a very epic one, a very life-changing one. This month is supposed to be life-changing in general. Don't mind me as I move this a little bit closer. Y'all can't see me. And so I just finished filming another video with the voluptuous witch, my sister girlfriend. I love her to pieces, Emily. Check out for that in my channel, okay? Because that's going to be released today as well. And also check out for it in her channel, The Voluptuous Witch. But that's going to give you a little bit more information on what you can expect for the full moon, the lunar eclipse, and the Jupiter square Pluto situation we've got going on. She's going to explain it in her lingo. I'm going to whip out the tarot cards and let you know what we can expect during that particular astrological aspect. Also, what's benefiting us at that time in terms of spirit. Super knowledgeable video. Do check it out. I advise you to just absorb the information and use it in whatever way it's going to empower you, because it helped me tremendously put a lot of things into perspective. This is a really pivotal time, the month of August, for self-transformation and really getting things done. It's a month of manifestation. So hopefully this video serves you well as well. For those that are new and watching, hello. My name is Tatianna and I read tarot cards. For the highest good of all involved, I pull out tarot cards and I kind of channel spirit to see what's in store for us this week on a conscious and subconscious level. Then at the end of the video, I normally pull out an oracle card from an oracle deck just to sum up the week and see what we have in store for us. So this week I'm using a jumbo Rider-Waite deck. Okay, I've been using this pretty consistently. Love this deck. I bought it just for teaching and also for these videos. So it's really super handy. Oh, Baby Magic says hi. Baby Magic is getting bigger and bigger. And it's been very hot here in New Orleans, like nothing's new. But it's also been very rainy. It's been storming a lot. Jay and I got caught up in a flash flood storm yesterday, and so we were like parked at a gas station for hours because we were completely flooded in, and there were cars that were blocking us because we just couldn't go anywhere. Inevitably, it died down. We were able to go, but that's just the reality of New Orleans. Like, New Orleans is just we're a bowl, and we're a bowl beneath the sea level. So you just got to take it and run with it. But anyway, going back to topic, using the Rider-Waite cards, and this week I'm actually using a Doreen Virtue Oracle deck, Ascendant Masters. I usually use this with my clients. I use a variety of her decks with my clients because they're super helpful, and they're not as traditional as the tarot, hence Oracle cards. But they have such an important message to translate to us that could be of great value. And so if you're interested, you can buy this on Amazon. You can check out her collection on Amazon as well. If you're interested in booking a session with me, you can go on my site, www.myurbanillumination.com. Click on the Work With Me tab, and in-person sessions, I can give them in New Orleans, obviously, but you don't have to be here to get a session with me. I offer phone, FaceTime, and Google Hangout sessions, and you can get it from that link as well. So let's see. Let's start. For the highest good of all involved, Spirit, I ask that you reveal to us what is going on for August the 7th and August the 8th on a conscious level. What is going on? What is it that we most need to know consciously for these 2 days? And what is it that we most need to know subconsciously for these 2 days? The highest good of all involved. August 7th, August 8th. Okay. Rad. Okay, so let's start with the subconscious because I always like to start from down under and upward. Um, Subconsciously, we're getting the High Priestess. And the High Priestess, I believe, came out for last week as well, one of the days for last week. The High Priestess is the mistress um, of mysteries. She's the mistress of the unknown. She's the mistress of mysticism, of magic, and all that cannot be seen but known. So she does rule the intuitive realms. She does rule your wisdom and usually the subconscious realm. That's how we get information from her. Things that are popping up that may not seem very logical or going to help us during this time. Again, I'm pulling out cards for every 2 days of the week, but it could also be the case that they are just as equally important for the whole week. So don't just disregard the message for those 2 days because they can be prevalent for the rest of the week as well. So just bear that in mind. High Priestess is a lot of juju coming your way, or really feeling and knowing internally that you're full of magic, you're made of magic, and you have all this untapped potential, or you're starting to dive into more the mysteries of who you are and what this greatness entails. Whether that calls for you to be more active in the ritual sense. If you do rituals, if you want to learn rituals, if you're studying rituals, that might come out at this time. If you're into astrology, you might want to dive into it a little bit heavier. Or if you're intrigued by it, tarot, divination, ancestral magic, meditation, manifestation, all of the above, things that have to kind of deal with the magic and mystical realms. That's the High Priestess. But generally, she does come out in the tarot when we're not listening to some sort of guidance or insight that we're receiving. I believe that during this time, especially during the eclipses, we will be downloading a lot of information. It is a time of great transformation. Okay, and so this requires us to upgrade ourselves in some way, or the universal frequencies is helping us by upgrading for us. But it's a time of doing and it's a time of resting, because you can't just do all the time. You got to be still to listen to the voice of God within. And so the High Priestess comes out as that messenger, as the voice of God or goddess inside of you, saying, shh, I'm going to tell you some juju that you can't make sense out of, but it's for your own good. And if you trust yourself and if you pay attention to how it resonates, you'll know how to apply it and you'll know it's for your own good. So the High Priestess's message is to kind of slow down. Because she's coming from the subconscious, this may be an aspect of ourselves that we kind of know we have inside of us, but we're not really bringing out to the surface to be a leader with, to lead us, to guide us with more proactively. It could be that you're suppressing it in some way. Why are you suppressing your magic, or how are you suppressing your magic? That should be a question that you're asking yourself. Whether it's you're struggling in finances and your worth is just tremendous. Why are you struggling in finances? How are you limiting yourself? Or is it a belief system? Is it an emotion? Is it a block from a past life? Is it something that you're fearful of? You're fearful of success? Is there something that you're not doing that you're completely apt to do? Like those rituals. Like, oh, I know a trillion of money rituals and I'm struggling. So why don't you use them? Or I know about these manifestations, but I don't, affirmation chants, but I don't use them. Use your magic. If you know something, put it to work. Test it. See if it's effective for you. High Priestess can also represent the gateway of mysteries. Entering a portal it's going to be like Stranger Things are happening, and that's just a reality of it. Could be that things are in alignment, synchronicities are happening more frequently for you. You may be manifesting instantaneously, or you're thinking of someone, they call you automatically. Pay attention to that, because that's tuning in to the higher frequencies, universal frequencies. It means that you're in alignment, but it's also showing you a preview of your power and what you can be doing with that if you are mindful and you use it with intention. So, High Priestess, what are you ignoring? How are you ignoring your magic? How are you not using your magic? That's important to know for the 7th and 8th of August. Okay, but also on a conscious note, what we're getting consciously is the card The Lovers. And The Lovers is really dope. It does pertain to romantic situations, romantic energy, but it's not limited to such. Generally, excuse me, she's so burpy. Generally, this can talk about our masculine and feminine energies combining as a whole to create something. Sexual energy is conducive to manifestation because we're getting two separate energies, uniting, harmonizing, creating a third entity, creating a third energy. And that is the process of manifestation. So what are you consciously manifesting during this time? It is a very, very, very magical, very potent time for you. I mean, we're talking about the beginning of the week. What are you manifesting for the rest of the year? What are you using these energies, the full moon and the eclipse in tandem, to create for yourself? Lovers means like you may have a big decision to make, right? You may have a big decision that you need to consider. Lovers, sometimes when we get that card, it's about needing to make an important choice, in a pivotal choice, a life-changing choice. Because we're getting the High Priestess as our subconscious, really listen to these guides and this intuition and this insight that you're getting. You might need assistance. You might need a priestess to help you out. You might need someone else's perspective who's not biased, to help guide you, to help bring out these messages, to help you clarify on the symbology that you've been receiving. But the Lovers is certainly you needing to balance forces in your life and making a decision that's for your highest good. Now, because this is conscious, this is telling us that you've already known about this, or maybe you feel it coming in some way and you're ready for this change, you're ready for this sort of authoritative power, because only you have the power to make or break things in your life. The Lovers, however, it is a harmonious time, so we shouldn't see this eclipse as damaging or threatening in any way. It's bringing us closer to what we want. It's bringing us closer in alignment to who we truly are and what we're capable of doing. So just use this at your disposal, okay? Things really working out for our highest good and our highest favor. I do see like a lot of alignment, okay? So that's really, really, really dope. So let's see what's going on for the 9th and 10th, Wednesday and Thursday, August 9th and 10th. Spirit, what can you tell us consciously? What's coming out for these 2 days on a conscious note? What are we aware of? And what is it that we're not aware of? Subconsciously. Okay. Interesting. So we're going to start with the subconscious, right? So we did get the High Priestess as the subconscious of Monday and Tuesday. Now for Wednesday and Thursday, we're getting the Hierophant, which is kind of like the Pope, the male priest, all right? So we have the priestess, we have the male priest, again, keeping us in balance on an intuitive level. The Hierophant is this card, okay? And it represents the questioning of authority, the questioning of traditions, the questioning of rules and regulations in your own life. When I see this card, I do see things dismantling for you, things kind of crumbling in a good way. This questioning is causing you to kind of unrobe what's been there and why it's there and how it became to be, and why you chose these things for yourself, whether it's your status, your social status in the world, your purpose, how you view relationships, how you view yourself, how your relationships to things, money, finances, career, health, spirituality. The Hierophant tells us, okay, we're so accustomed to listening to the status quo that we ignore and negate the wisdom of our own spirit. So we have this Pope-like priest character who everyone reveres and looks up to because we think he's holier or he's more aligned with this God, with divine source, right? But we tend to forget that we all have this power and we all have this responsibility to get in alignment with this power, to connect with it, to see what that relationship means to us. And so this card is challenging you to figure out what that relationship is. What is your relationship to source? What's your relationship to your personal power? What does it mean to you? How does it feel? How do you use it? Where do you get it from? What motivates you? What empowers you? What disempowers you? What traditions that you need to create in your world that are going to help establish firm boundaries to protect yourself, protect your magic, excuse me. What traditions do you no longer agree with? What things do you need to challenge in order to create a new dynamic pathway and journey for yourself? The Hierophant is talking about you leading yourself, and so subconsciously you may be on the breakthrough of this massive transformation of, me being, the master of my own make-believe, me being ruler of my own world. It's time for me to show up for myself. It's time for me to not just accept things blindly, but to see what resonates and what doesn't resonate, particularly in this stage of life as I am evolving. The Hierophant can represent education. You want to educate yourself a little bit more, or at least dive into things that make you feel that you're satisfying your hunger in this aspect, that you're satisfying your sense of your need for knowledge, your need for self-expansion. Whether this is through other cultures, philosophies, ideologies, belief systems, what have you. This is really a time for expansion, but also for you to threaten that which has been imposed upon you. Everyone just seems to be texting me at the same time right now. And also, to create a new platform, a new dynamic for yourself. What do I want? How am I going to show up in the world? How am I going to lead with my purpose? What does it feel to have a purpose? What does it mean? So that's subconsciously. It's really interesting. We're getting the masculine aspect to do. Now you have to really take action subconsciously in the middle of the week, the 9th and 10th. Whereas the High Priestess is like, listen, be open to creative new ideas, be open to instinctual guidance, even if that comes in the form of your imagination. Trust it. A lot of people think that they can't trust their intuition because they're making it up. Well, that's just a part of intuition. You got what we're making up comes from somewhere. It comes from our higher self most of the time. And it should feel good. It should feel like it's resonating with you. So don't discredit that, because that's still a part of your higher self, your higher consciousness. On a conscious level, for the 9th and 10th of August, we are getting the Four of Wands. This is a really, 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 really beautiful card. Okay? It's a really beautiful card because it's a card of closure. This is a card of feeling that things are finally coming to a space of celebration, that you can breathe, that you can rest assured that you're going to land that new job, you're going to land a more stable place, stability inside of yourself, stability outside of yourself as well. Amidst all these changes, it's best for you to really be receptive to where the change is happening and to be aware of what you feel you need to do in order to make this change best work for you, because then that's how we achieve the Four of Wands. We achieve a state of victory and success and celebration and a sigh of relief, because it's like, yay, we've made it. It did take effort. It did take a long journey, but we're here because we did the work and we've had faith. So everything ultimately is going to transpire for your highest good. It's going to be a phenomenal card. This could be rejoicing with family members or loved ones, a reunion, feeling back at home, or whether or not you're focusing on the home, you're focusing on transitioning your home, you're focusing on cleansing and fixing your home so it makes you feel more, it's more authentic to what your energies are. It could be a massive opportunity that you land. It could be a marriage, an engagement, stabilizing a relationship. It's so many things, but super, super, super massive breakthrough, okay? With the Hierophant in the subconscious, this could tell me that in some way, this is a very structural card. These two cards are very structural. So what is it that you need to feel stable, to feel grounded, to feel safe in this world? What is it that you need for your foundation, so you know that it is firm and it is supporting you for all endeavors that you want to break into? What is it that you need to thrive and succeed, whether it's in your personal daily habits, your belief systems, your support system with loved ones around you, how you support yourself? Is your career supporting you, or is your loved ones supporting you, or are you supporting you? Structure isn't always just a physical thing, although we must think of our physical structures also. Our health, may come up. It's time for changes. When we see the Hierophant, it's time to challenge what we've been living, and why not achieve more? Why not get closer to God in that sense? So bear that in mind as we dip into the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 11th, 12th, and 13th. Spirit, for the highest good of all involved, what can we see subconsciously for this weekend? What do we need to know subconsciously for this weekend? And what is it that we know consciously for this weekend? Okay, really interesting that it's coming out a little bit late. Excuse me. Really interesting that it's coming out a little bit late. In the spread, subconsciously we are getting the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a tricky card. It does this, we're seeing a guy who is kind of doing the most. We're seeing a guy who is taking advantage of other people, taking their swords, thinking that he can handle them all, but he really can't. Maybe he doesn't want to see other people win. He doesn't want to see them thrive in any way. So he's like, me, very egoic. Maybe he is trying to help out, but his help isn't merited. It wasn't asked for. Or maybe he's just trying to do things all by himself, that really a lot of people are just walking in disarray, kind of utterly confused as to why wouldn't you want our help, Logically, swords are very sharp. Why would you want to carry them all by yourself? So this bear in mind subconsciously, this is somewhat of a struggle. This is somewhat of a challenge, okay? It doesn't have to be, oh my God, end of the world type of situation, but there's sabotage going on internally. Either you're picking up this energy around you, or this is energy that you're participating in, or this is energy that you're indulging in regards to yourself. So the Five of Swords, be mindful. If there is help around you, okay, take it. Whether this is, you need to kind of release yourself to a friend that is open to hearing your baggage. You need to write it down. You need to get therapy. You do need help. Whether it's you need to change your lifestyle in some way. And someone's helping you do that, or it's be receptive to people that are willing to help you succeed and to get better. That could be a message to the Five of Swords. Also, Five of Swords can represent, okay, someone's trying to manipulate you behind the scenes. Someone, it can be a little shady, disguising themselves as an ally, disguising themselves as an asset, but really just wanting to take all the fame and glory for themselves. And I feel like you will know this. You will pick it up in the vibrations. You'll be able to sense it. You're like, something here is not right. Something here is off. Because it's not feeling right inside of myself. It's not sitting right here. So bear in mind that that's just something you need to be looking out for in your subconscious. Because if it's coming in the subconscious, it's rooted in some sort of truth, okay, that you should be aware of. Also, subconsciously, you don't want to sabotage yourself. You don't want to do the most mentally. You don't want to be mindful of when your thoughts are not helping you, or they're criticizing, they're judging others, or they're criticizing, they're judging yourself, or you are sending negative vibes to others. You're sending negative vibes to yourself. Clear, cancel, and delete. It's a fun exercise that you can implement in your life whenever you do notice that your thoughts are straying. Clear, cancel, and delete, and impose the information that you want to program yourself with. So also, it's a reminder, focus on yourself. Like, this isn't about anyone else. Everyone else has the right to thrive. Everyone else is abundant. But when you're focusing on other people and you're, putting your energy in a negative way, in an ineffective way, like, that's telling the universe, I care more about them than I care about my own well-being. I'm being nosy. You got to mind your business, okay? Subconsciously, that could be something that's coming up for you. It could be all of the above, or it could just be one. Now, on a conscious level, what's funny is that we're being manipulated by the moon. The moon is a very heavy influence this week. I mean, we have the lunar eclipse, and we also have the full moon, so it's super potent. Full moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius is a very logical sign. Aquarius is a thinker. Aquarius is an air sign, and the Five of Swords is air. Okay, when we're talking about swords, we're talking about air. So it's an association. The moon will bring up energies. It will bring up truth and realities from the depths of your soul, from the depths of the waters. And the waters are in association with our emotions or feelings. Subconscious, you can think of it as the darkness of the ocean, that which we are not very much aware of, but we know exists. So the moon is certainly going to be bringing some sort of realization to the surface, something that you really definitely need to tend to. Maybe you've been feeling it because moon's very psychic. It's very intuitive. So it's whether or not this is someone who's disingenuous around you, or you've been picking up on some weird vibes, something going on around you, that is going to be illuminated. The truth will be revealed. It is very, very, very emotional time. So it's important for you to use your air energy, regardless of what sign you are. Use that intellect, use that analytical aspect of yourself to be proactive, and don't just strike other people, but do it in class. Do it with finesse. Do it with class. Not everything needs to be addressed. Okay, sometimes it's not about you. Sometimes these vibes are you're feeling it because you're super sensitive. The moon's super heightened. You're psychic. You're just picking up on things. Sometimes it really has nothing to do with you. Or sometimes it doesn't merit a particular reaction for you, because it's something for you just to be mindful of, and to just be mindful of, just be aware of it. Doesn't call for you to do the most. And sometimes this particular combination, you might want to retaliate. You might get angry. You might want to be petty. And you know what? I got nothing wrong with, I don't see anything wrong with petty behavior. I'm certainly not innocent of doing petty things. But you have to learn that sometimes it doesn't get you anywhere, and in order for you to grow, you need to transcend the petty era, all right? So I'm not judging petty spaghettis, but in this particular juncture, because we see so much transformation, we see so much growth, we see so much wisdom coming up from inside of yourself, it's really important for you to ask, do I want to dive into this battle? Do I want to stoop low, or do I want to aim high? Do I want to ascend? Do I want to use higher vibration so I may continue my progress, so I may continue my ascension in the right direction? Okay, again, moon is a very elusive, manipulative character. It will get us to be in all types of feeling the feelings, all right, and feeling a type of way, and you don't understand. it's better for you, just rather than to say you're feeling a type of way, to really analyze why you're feeling what you're feeling and articulate that, so that you're not a slave to these emotions. You can control them, and you're actually understanding where they stem from, so that if they should stem again, you know how to best approach them. You know how to best handle yourself or handle people around you. Also, this may not be relevant to you. This may be relevant to the energy overall that's around you, and that's something that you need to know to stand guard, okay? That people may be on the edge of their seats, losing their shit. And you got to be like, all right, this is not something that I want to dip my finger into, because it's just, I don't want to waste my energy with that. So the moon certainly is an illumination force, just like the sun. But the moon rules the darkness and illuminates the darkness. So certainly information you needed to know at this time, maybe steps on any shadow aspects of yourself. You don't know how to continue guiding your shadow side. That will become clear towards the end of the week. Things that you found a little weary of, you were weary of certain behaviors, that will become very clear to you this week. Or it can also mean, if you've been shady or weird, whether it's to yourself or to other people, this can be heightened behavior at this time. This can certainly be heightened behavior. You want to control that. You want to make sure that ice in you in my ass. This is not a good chair for a pregnant lady. You want to be sure that, shit. Excuse me. Ow. You want to be sure that you're just mindful of that, and you're not retaliating, and you're not doing the most. You're not using your powers against you, especially when you started off in the right foot in the beginning of the week. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what's going on in Love and Light with the Ascended Masters Oracle deck. Ascended Masters for the highest good of all involved. What is it that we can expect for the week of the 7th all the way to the 13th? Which Ascended Master wants to come out to give us guidance on what we both need to integrate into our lives, and what we all need to integrate into our lives? Yeah, both. I don't know who am I. Both. Like, who else is here? Okay, this is interesting. Maybe it's relevant to you guys. So listen, it can also pertain to feminine energy. Okay, and we have the Ascended Master is Lady Nada. Her message is mother, wife, sister, daughter. The issue that you're asking about involves a significant woman in your life, such as your mother, wife, girlfriend, sister, or daughter. The first person who comes to mind is correct. Any unhealed feelings that you carry towards this person could be blocking or slowing the manifestation of your dreams, as well as leading to imbalances. This is a perfect time for you to call upon God, your guides, and angels to release any toxins associated with past or present female relationships. This process opens the way for healthy relationships with women, including your own feminine energy, okay? Additional meanings for this card. Balance your masculine and feminine energy by practicing giving and receiving on a daily basis. Be willing to forgive a woman in your life who seems to have hurt you. A female deceased loved one is saying, I love you from heaven. A new relationship with a woman will prove to be very significant. Lady Nada is an Ascended Master who works with Saint Germain and Archangel Michael to help bring about balance of the male and female energies in the world. Her name signifies the beautiful sound of the void of silence where peace is found. You can call upon Lady Nada to help you find peace with both females and males in your life, and also to harmonize and balance masculine and feminine energies within yourself. So pay attention, because a lot of this spread is very feminine energy-wise. That's where our magic is coming through, the receptivity channels, us being open to spirit, us being open to the guides and the energies. Say hi, baby magic. Just gotta fix myself. So what's going on? Mommy's got a little bit of a challenge here with this chair. And yeah, so just be open to that. There's a lot of awesome radical changes going on. Nothing for you to freak yourself out about because, you know, eclipses happen like once every 6 months. So this is not like, oh my God, it's never going to happen again. Or, oh my God, I'm going to die or I'm going to lose everything. No, it's time for you to empower yourself and learn and realize that you are the master of your own world and you need to get shit in gear to make things happen for yourself and totally come at an angle of empowerment, come at an angle with like an open mind and open heart as to the possibilities that can transpire. It could be a very, 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 very beautiful time for most people, if not all, if that's the angle you want to take this approach. Anyway, I hope this served you all well. It is my intention to do so. I am so grateful to be doing another video with you guys. Again, if you want more astrological information or what's going on this week, check out the video that I have with the Voluptuous Witch. Really, 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 really dope astrologer. And also, if you like to follow me on my social media platforms and see my journey, I am on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all the juicy things as Tatianna Tarot. Tatianna with 2 N's. And if you want to book a session with me, go to myurbanillumination.com, click on the work with me, and you can find all the information there. Sending you guys all the love, all the ache and the bendiciones in the world. Until next week, ciao.